These are just things that I like sharing with you guys. If you have been living here in South Florida for a while, you may not have the same experience. Or maybe you can relate. I don't know. What is going on, guys? I hope everybody is doing all right. It's always a pleasure to have you on my channel, Pay Yourself Back. I am your host, C-Los, and I'm a firm believer that in order to have happiness in your life, you have to have a balance of mental awareness and spiritual wellness. As some of you guys may or may not know, I moved to South Florida in late 2017 from Washington State, and I've done several videos on my experiences since I've been here. And this is just one of the follow-ups on the video that I did entitled Moving from a Rental House to an Apartment. Go check that one out, guys. Today, I just wanted to take a moment to share some things with you that I've experienced in the last 10 months or so of me living here. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, if you are new to my channel, I highly encourage you to subscribe. And for all of my subscribers who support me, I can't say it enough, guys. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I really appreciate it. So we all family here, right? I mean, can I be straight up with you? Can I be honest? Like I say, I'm new to South Florida and I'm still trying to get acclimated to the Florida culture. I like doing videos on my experiences here in South Florida because you guys have lots of questions and I don't mind giving you some useful and helpful information. That's just the type of guy that I am. Now, make sure that you watch the video until the end. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some very vital information. So I'm approaching the end of my lease, right? Last week I came home and there was a letter in my door. So I opened it and there was a breakdown of the new rental rates if I decided to renew my lease. But before I get into that, let's talk about my stay here first, guys. Let me just say that my stay here overall has been pretty good. You know, this is a very desirable area to live because you're only 2 minutes from the beach, which I think is the overall selling point for these apartments and these homes here. I know what you're going to say, so let me just clear it up. Price. No, it is not hella expensive as you might think. I've done some research and these apartments are pretty much average to others not near the beach. You want to know why? Because they haven't been renovated, which in my opinion, it keeps the cost down. I mean, right? Once they are renovated though, you can bet you by golly believe they're going to skyrocket. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not in bad shape in their current condition. These apartments share real estate with a community of single family homes, condos, townhomes. I mean, the property is huge and it requires access to get in. They also have gate guards at the entrance for show. And I don't want to get on those guys too much, but the reason why I say that sometime they're for show is because someone breaks that arm at least 3 times a month. In my opinion, it's because people who don't live here try and tailgate their way in behind somebody and bada bing, bada boom, the arm comes down on top of their car. I mean, is it really that serious? It also makes way for some undesirables who drive around and see what they can get, like that clown who burglarized my car. I did a video on that one as well, guys. Go check that one out. And by the way, I talked about in the video giving you guys an update. So according to the detective that was handling my case, I just got to be honest, he did nothing. And the thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way is that he had the nerve enough to insinuate that in my haste to initiate a parking spot, I may have hit something, thus causing my side mirror to become detached from its compartment. That's basically cop talk for we got more important things to do. We got more important things to deal with. So I was like, okay, whatever. So moving on, guys, a word of advice. If you plan on moving to Florida now that I know what I know, I would avoid moving near any man-made ponds, lakes, or canals. Trust me, you'll thank me later. There's a canal that runs behind my apartment, and on the other side of the canal are mangroves. Now, mangroves attract flies and mosquitoes. You guys know I talk about in my 1 year experience here staying in South Florida, I talk about the skeeters. But in my case, we have what are called no-see-ums. And no-see-ums, to me, are way worse than a mosquito. So now we got the pleasantries out of the way. Let's talk about the not so pleasantries. The breakdown in cost if I were to renew my lease. So they start at a minimum of 7 months to 13 months. If I choose to renew my lease for the minimum of 7 months, my rent increases by $400. If I choose to do the maximum time of 13 months, my lease would increase by $100. So obviously the longer you stay, the less you pay in theory. But in reality, no matter what lease term you choose, your rent is still going to increase. Oh, and I saved the best for last. You ready? If, let's just say I didn't want to be in the lease. I just want to do month to month. If I decided to do a month to month lease, my rent would increase by $1,353. Trust me, I did the math. Welcome to South Florida. I've lived in a lot of different places and signed quite a few leases in my adult life, and never have I seen anything like this. Maybe that's the way it is down here. Like I said earlier, I'm new to South Florida and I'm learning as I go, but these are just things I like to share with you guys. If you've been living in South Florida for a while, you may have had a different experience, or maybe you can relate to what I'm saying, or maybe you've had a similar experience. So if you have had these experiences or something similar to, just leave me a comment and share your experience. I read all the comments and I respond as well. At this point, guys, I can say in conclusion that I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to renew my lease or if I'm going to just move on. I mean, the beauty of having options is that, you know, you can stay or you can go. Somebody said, I move a lot. I don't seem like I'm satisfied. Well, it's not really that. It is in a way, but you know, you want to leave yourself in a position to where you have options. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I don't know, guys. I'll be probably making that decision in a few days. So we'll just have to see. By the way, in leaving your comments, just know if your comment is derogatory, it will be held for review, and more than likely, I will not release it, okay? So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Pay Yourself Back. Hopefully you got something out of the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and with that being said, be well, my friend. CeeLos out, baby.